Good day to everyone, and today we will see GATE 2016 set 2. So the question says the following figure shows the connection of an ideal transformer with primary to secondary turns 1:100 NPYNS. The applied primary voltage is 100 volts. Okay, 50 hertz AC. The RMS value of the current I in amperes. Okay, we have to find out this I. Okay. So I don't think there is any tricky part. You just have to shift these parameters this side, and this question can be solved easily. Okay. Yeah. So let us shift them. Okay. So we have to shift. I hope you know this, that the shifted parameter z dash is equal to. Okay. Yeah. Z dash is equal to a square z. Now here A will be n1 by n2 because we have to shift to primary side. Okay, so A will be what is the ratio? 1 upon 100. Okay, 1 upon 100. So your R dash will be 80 kilo ohms into 1 by 100 whole square. So it will come out to be, let me calculate, 1 by 100 whole square into 80. It will come out to be 80 kilo ohms, no? So 80 into 10 to the power 3. Okay, it will come out to be 8 ohms, and your XC dash will come out to be 40 into 10 to the power 3. Okay, you multiply it here also. 40 into 10 to the power 3 into A square will be 1 by 100. Okay, so it will come out to be 4 ohms. Okay, so now your circuit will look something like this. 100 volts, XL is 10 ohms, your R is 8 ohms, R dash, and this is your XC dash, it is minus J4, and this will be plus J10. Okay, always remember to use these complex terms. Okay, and this is your shifted transformer. Okay, so you have to calculate the current I. This is asked in the question. So I will be equal to 100 divided by 8 plus J6. Okay, angle is at, okay, it is given applied 100 volt RMS, so you can easily do like this also. Okay, just if angle is not given, you can easily assume 100 at an angle 0. Okay, so it will be 100 upon 8 plus J6. So on solving this, the magnitude what you will get is, or you will get the total current as 10 at an angle minus 36.87. Okay, so this will be your answer, RMS value. So this will be 10 answer. Okay, so this question is solved. Just a simple question. Okay, now let us move to the next question. It is GATE 2016 set 2. The power consumption of an industry is 500 kVA. S is 500 kVA at pointed power factor lag. A synchronous motor is added to raise the power factor of the industry to unity. Okay, so this power factor is raised to UPF. Okay, if the power intake of the motor is 100 kilowatt. Okay, now the power intake of the motor is Pin. is 100 kilowatt. Okay. He is asking to find the power factor of motor. Power factor of motor you have to find out. Okay. So now what you can do is see. Yeah. Okay. So just let's see. Now one thing we can infer is we want UPF. So this implies that Q will be equal to 0. Okay. Okay, see now in this question one thing is very much clear to us, that we will operate this synchronous motor as a synchronous condenser. That is, it will act like a capacitor and it will deliver the lagging reactive power. The amount of lagging reactive power will be given by the motor will be equal to the amount of the reactive power that is desired by the industry. So industry requirements we should first calculate. Okay. This simple power system question, but you should know this. Industry requirement will be what? S is 500 kVA. Okay, and you have to find your angle cos inverse 0.8 is 36.8 something. It is always 36.87, I guess. Cos inverse 0.8. Yes, 36.87. Okay, so now what you have to do is S is equal to 500 kV, cos inverse 0.8 is 36.87 degrees. Okay, so now what you do, you can easily calculate from the power triangle. See, this is your S, this is your P, this is your Q, and this angle is 36.87 and this is your S. Okay, so your P will be what? Your P will be S cos 36.87 and your Q will be S sine 36.87. Okay, these are your P and Q. What is your P P requirement of industry? It is 500 into 0.8. That will be 8 by 10. So it will be 8 5 40, 400 kilowatts. And what is your Q requirement of industry? 500 into sine of 36.87, that will be 0.6. So it will be 6 5 30, 300 kVAR. Okay, so this is the requirement. Now your synchronous motor should provide this much QI. Okay, but it will provide, synchronous motor will provide it, so these Q will cancel out and there will only be P requirement for the industry. Okay, so that is how you will make the power factor of the industry a unity. Okay, so that is the concept here to be used. So now QI. Okay, so for synchronous motor, what you know? For synchronous motor, you know the PSM. It is what? 100 kilowatt given. Okay. QSM, you know, is for synchronous motor is 300 kVAR. Okay. So the power factor angle. See, the general formula for power factor is, if you are ever confusing, is P by S. That is the active power by reactive power. So here P will be what? P will be 100. S you can calculate using P square plus Q square, that is 100 square plus 300 square. Okay, so see, I am taking here P as 100 only because here it is asked that we have to find the power factor of the motor. Okay, so that is why I am taking only motor power requirements. So on solving this, what we will get is, let me solve this, 100 square plus 300 square, root of answer, and 100 divided by this is 0.316. Okay, so your power factor is 0.316 of motor. Okay, so that is how you approach this question. See, always try to use your pen. Okay, so first step is that you should start writing equations, and then only you will get the ideas. Now next question is again GATE 2016 set to the starting line current of a 415 volt 3-phase delta connected induction motor is 120 amps. Okay, when the rated voltage is applied to stator winding, the starting line current at reduced voltage. Okay. See, this is a delta connected induction motor. Okay, when the rated voltage is applied to the stator winding. Okay. Yeah. So from delta connected, see, it is the induction motor. Simple. We have to find out the starting current. Okay. See, let me write down 415 volts 3-phase delta connected induction motor. Starting current is 120 amps and it is line. Okay, it is delta. When the rated voltage applied to the 415 volts is applied to the machine. Now the starting line current he is asking when 110 volts 3-phase is applied to this delta connected, then here's starting line current we have to find out. Okay, so this is the question. So I don't think you need any concept of machines. It is simple electric circuit question, because see, using this data we will calculate the impedance of the motor, and then using this data we can easily find the starting line current. Okay, so but you have to remember a few things of this and delta and line things. Okay. Okay, so when 415 volts is applied, see, for delta V line is equal to V phase. Okay, so per phase impedance we usually find out. So Z phase will be V phase by I line by root 3. Okay, so V phase is 415 and I line is 120 by root 3, because for delta I line is equal to I phase by root 3. Sorry. I line is equal to I phase into root 3. Okay, so I phase will be I line by root 3. This is for delta. Okay, so your Z phase will come out to be 415 into root 3 divided by 120, 5.99. Okay, it is 6 ohms per phase approx. Now you are applying the 110 volts is applied. Okay, so you can find out I phase by using V by Z, V phase by Z phase. V phase this time is 110, Z phase is 6. So your answer will come out to be 110 divided by 6 is 18.33. And since it is delta, so I line will be 18.33 divided by root 3. Sorry, I line will be 18.33 into root 3. So your answer will come out to be 31.75 amps. Okay, so this is an approximate answer. Okay, so this is your answer, 31.75 amps. So it is simple electric circuit question, but just confused by putting induction motor. Okay, so you have to keep your minds open. So now again GATE 2016 set to a single phase 2 kVA 100 by 200 volts transformer is connected as a auto transformer such that kVA rating is maximum. Okay, so the kV rating is maximum, so that can be possible only if the transformers are connected in additive polarity. Okay, so that is understood. So now there can be two cases of connection. Okay, there can be two cases of connection. So first case will be uh, yeah, first case will be yes, first case will be this thing, 100 by 300, or it could be 200 by 300. Okay, so now for both the cases we have to find out the S, and we will choose that one which is maximum. Okay, so that is the logic. So S will be equal to S2 winding. Okay, this is the formula. I think you should remember this formula. S winding, okay, S auto upon S2 winding. Okay, S auto upon S2 winding is equal to A auto upon A auto minus 1. Okay, now always one thing you have to remember, that A auto is high voltage winding upon low voltage winding, always, whether it is NHV or whether it is voltages. So you have to keep it in this fashion only, always. So now you can find for case 1. For case 1 it will be S auto, S2 winding is given to us 2 kVA is equal to A auto will be, for case 1 will be 100 by, okay, 300 by 100. Okay, 300 by 100, that is 3 minus 1, so that is 3 by 2, that is 1.5 into 2, that is S auto will be equal to 3 kVA for case 1. Now for case 2 you can calculate similarly. S auto divided by 2 winding S is 2 kVA is equal to A auto is here 300 by 200, and 3 by 2 minus 1, so what it comes out to be 3 by 2. 3 by 2 minus 1 comes out to be 1 by 2, and this whole comes out to be 3 only. So S auto will come out to be 2 into 3, that is 6 kVA. So your answer will be 6 kVA. Okay, so this is the answer. So that is how you need to solve the questions. Okay, so now let us take this question. 3 single phase, okay, it is gate 2016 gate set to 3 single phase transformers are connected to form a delta star 3 phase transformer of 110 kilowatt by 11 kV. Okay, 110 kV by 11 kV. The transformer supplies at 11 kV a load 8 megawatt at pointed power factor. Okay, so from this side it is applying a load of 8 megawatt 0.8 power factor lag to a nearby plant. Neglect the transformer losses. The ratio of phases current in delta side to the star side. Okay, and this is delta star. Okay, that also you should remember. Now this the loading is this is the supply, and we have to find the ratio of phase currents in delta side to the star side. Okay, see in this question, see one thing we could always understand is, see in transformer questions, see the S will be same on the two sides, that is the kVA rating is will be same, that is root 3 VLP, that is the line voltage of primary side, line current of primary side, will be equal to root 3 VLS, that is the line voltage of secondary side and line current of secondary side. Okay, so now what the thing is, see, root 3 VLP, that is the line voltage of primary side, is given to you as 110. Always remember that by default the line voltages and line currents are given. ILP is not given to you. Root 3 VLS, that is the line voltage of secondary side, is 11, and ILS is not given to you. Okay, but now he has asked the ratio of phase currents. Okay, ratio of phase currents. So you know it is delta and star. So in delta, okay, so in delta we know that I line is equal to root 3 times I phase, and in star I line is equal to I phase. Okay, so this is the whole concept. Okay, so now root 3 into 110 into delta connection, the delta side line voltages, root 3 I phase, line current is root 3 into IL prime I phase primary side. Okay, and this is root 3 into 11 into for this star I line and I phase is same, so it is same I phase secondary. So now you have to find the what phase currents from delta to star. Okay, so you have to find the I phase P divided by I phase S. So you will get it what, root 3 into 11 divided by 110 into root 3 into root 3. So you will get it as 1 by 10 root 3. Okay, so this is the answer. That is your I phase primary, I phase secondary currents are in the ratio of this. Okay, so these all load things were given to confuse you. Okay, so you have to be very open-minded. Okay, so this is the solution. Okay, so this is all about GATE 2016 set 2, and I hope you like it. You can always visit the links in the description if you are having some doubts. And so okay, and please like, share, subscribe Electrical Diaries, and visit electricaldiaries.in for more. Okay, thank you.